That's Thanksgiving, and I always loved that. Now the Hallmark people haven't dug into that one yet. And it's family and friends, turkeys, huh? I like the turkey. Cheaper than dog food. You can, if you could get your turkey dog to eat. I know turkeys will eat dog food because I've seen wild turkeys who do it. So I don't know if a dog would eat turkey very long. That's the trouble with turkey. It's like salmon. You know, it's good for a little bit, but then you get a little sick of it real quick. The How about the people falling all over themselves to give the poor people a turkey? You know, if you got the wherewithal to take a frozen turkey and figure out how to get it thawed in 2 days. That's not as easy as it sounds. And then get it and then actually cook it. You know, then you're ahead of the game. You don't need a frozen turkey. You need a nice bottle of vino, huh? Something like that. Something that's appreciated. What's with the turkey? What's the average nut gonna do with a frozen turkey? I'll tell you what they do. You're gonna throw it through the back of somebody's car window. And they let your kids go bowl with them out in the street. How many? What do you think how many turkeys do you think the leading Russian gets? Huh? I say 100. I say there's Russians that get over 100 frozen turkeys. Yeah, the turkey thing you got to steer clear of. I certainly would never. Well, anyway, the little fundy thing down in Los Altos over the weekend. Pastor's in a high-end bakery getting some with his grandson and his nephew. And we're in there and we're going down the line, getting a bear claw, stuff like that. And then I want a dozen of these rolls, these hard sourdough rolls they make there. They're about as big as about a baseball. And they're delicious. And so the guy who's overqualified right away, I know that their times are tough. You know, even in Los Altos, times are tough. And right down the street from Stanford, the heart of Silicon Valley, where if you hit the home run, this is where you live. Anyway, we're there, and so there's a woman overqualified again. Pastor's heart's out to her, like about 45, 50-year-old, and there she is, cashiering at the bakery. You know, so we're in there, and the kid disappears, and then he comes in with the rolls around behind the back in there, and it looked like he put a condom on the rolls. They're almost screaming. They were so tight with this plastic bag. I don't want that. You know, I said no, and so he puts that real tight condom bag into a big plastic bag. And I just go, no, when he goes, paper? And I go, yeah. And so, and I got a little overhang, let's face it. You know, I mean, I went to the big game, the Cal-Stanford game the night before, and it rainy and this and that. But anyways, maybe I'm a little short with him. But respectful, you know, at least I felt respectful. And anyway, so then he puts them in a paper bag, you know, then another bigger paper bag, like a shopping bag. Finally, and then he's going to go dump the little condom bag. You don't want this? I said, no. And he goes, you don't like plastic bags? And I go, no, my uncle committed suicide with one. And you should have seen this guy and this woman. They flipped. They completely flipped out. Oh my God. You know, and, they felt so terrible that they put me through this plastic bag thing. And, of course, it's a total lie. I just made it up. But I was so proud of myself. This so quick. And didn't miss a beat. And then the woman saw I was goofing a little bit, you know, like after I got my change and walked out. And she said, oh, that wasn't funny. And she's sort of smiling a little bit. And I go, I don't have to be funny all the time. You know, there's times to be serious. Then that really threw her. You know, but it just, you had to be there. You had to be there, but it was, I just had to share it with you. And they were smart people. They got the picture of how gruesome a suicide by plastic bag scene is. You know, yeah, that's one you'd want back. Anyway, and then the last thing that's going on in Pastor's neck of the woods is UC Davis is right down the street from us. And they had the cops spraying these kids. It looked like a graffiti show. You know, I mean, where's the pepper? Huh? The pepper spray looked like it was pretty weak to me. I thought if you got a whiff of that pepper spray, it was a bad scene. I thought you were doing the jerk. And these kids just sit there and took it, you know. So, just a little thought, you know, that the world is becoming one thing to put a helmet on your kid when they're riding their bike, or let them play soccer, but even the pepper spray now is just all diluted and everything. So anyway, have a great Thanksgiving, and don't give a guy a frozen turkey. Give him a nice bottle of wine, huh? What did they drink? What was the wine that I forget? Pastor took a couple cases down to the underserved last Saturday, and just dropped them off. So some men that were just sort of sitting on their porch. In other words, they weren't just with a cart, and they didn't know what to say. 24 bottles, and yeah, it was in my basement, and it was $2 chuck, and there you go. You know, it's probably 10 years old when $2 first came out, so who knows how it aged. But I told them not to sell it unless they tasted it, but they didn't know what to do. But Pastor felt good. Pastor's friend gives them gloves, you know, not a frozen turkey. Well, I guess if you got the gloves, then you can handle the frozen turkey, but that's just so wrong. And then, how did they come up with that? Anything but a frozen turkey to somebody who's hungry, right? I mean, it's frozen. It takes forever to thaw the thing out. Then you got to cook it for like 3 hours or 4 hours with the thermometer. All right, bye.